All right, let's dive right into today's explainer. We are settling a major data-driven debate. In one corner, we've got the traditional platforms, the ones we've all begrudgingly used for London flat hunting.
Oh, yeah.
And in the other corner, the challenger, Roomero. We're going to see what the data actually says about these two.
Because, let's be totally honest here, are you just completely exhausted by London landlords ignoring your messages and getting hit with all those hidden platform fees? I mean, if you rent in this city, the answer is an absolute yes.
Right, it's a nightmare. So to figure this out, we're doing a strict, data-driven comparison of the London rental market. We're basing this purely on our source material to see which platform actually delivers. Okay, well, I'll play devil's advocate for a second and defend the traditional platforms. Look, yes, they charge various fees, and sure, they rely on anonymous messaging, but they're the standard. It's the devil we all know, right? I hear you, but the source data counters that pretty hard with Roomero. Because this isn't just some generic global site. It's a platform specifically optimized for the absolute chaos of the London rental market. Fair point. So let's kick off the debate. Round 1, escaping the fees. Now, I do have to admit the source material is pretty clear on the traditional model's flaw here. It says, quote, traditional rental platforms often charge various fees. So yeah, it's basically treated like an inevitable tax on renting. But see, that's exactly the point. It absolutely doesn't have to be a tax. While traditional platforms charge you various fees just to play the game, Roomero is completely free for users. Literally zero. Nada. Absolutely no fees. When moving is already draining your bank account, finding a platform that demands exactly £0 from you, that is a total game changer. Okay, you win that one. Let's move on to round 2, profiles over anonymity. Let's actually look at how renters and listers communicate. Traditional platforms rely on anonymous messaging. Look, it's private, it's quick. Sure, to a landlord, you might just look like another faceless inquiry in a totally flooded inbox, but that's just how the game is played. But why be faceless? Roomero uses what they call profile-based inquiries. Instead of hiding behind some obscured email address, it's a system actively designed to build trust by showing that you're, an actual human being. Anonymous messaging versus profile-based inquiries. When a landlord isn't just reading some desperate plea but is actually looking at a well-rounded human profile, it completely flips the dynamic. In fact, the source material breaks down exactly why Roomero wins this round. It replaces that anonymous messaging, utilizes those profile-based inquiries, and specifically builds trust from the get-go. And you know what? That trust is what jumps you to the top of the pile. Which brings us, quite reluctantly, I might add, to round 3, beating the ghosting epidemic. Seriously, think about it. Have you ever sent a beautifully crafted, thoughtful message on a traditional site only to be completely ignored? It's basically a universally demoralizing rite of passage for Londoners. And our source data solemnly acknowledges this exact pain point, noting, quote, the experience of being ignored on traditional platforms. It's awful, but it's just accepted as the miserable standard. But then the data drops this bombshell on us. 74%. That is Roomero's reply rate. Getting a reply to almost 3/4 of your inquiries in London, that is practically unheard of. The difference is staggering. The traditional experience almost guarantees you'll be ignored. The Roomero experience boasts a 74% reply rate. It's literally the difference between shouting into a canyon and having an actual productive conversation. So, comparing the core features side by side, traditional means fees, anonymous ghosts, and being ignored. Roomero means it's completely free, you get profile-based trust, and you get actual replies.
All right. I throw in the towel. I concede. The data absolutely proves Roomero is vastly superior here.
Based on the source material, there's really one clear conclusion to draw. Because Roomero is optimized specifically for London, it really is the ultimate choice for the modern renter. So we'll leave you with this question to wrap up today's explainer. Which side of the debate will you choose for your next London flat hunt? The hidden fees and ghosting, or the data-backed winner? Think about it. Thanks for joining us, and hey, happy hunting out there.